Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Sunny at W.O.R.K.S World, and today I'm here and we're doing a two-barrel today. So the first one, the first part of it is going to be the do we impact others? And the reason I'm looking at that is, again, I've been watching social media and just observing what's happening here. And there's some spaces where it
Good afternoon,
feels
good evening. This is Sunny
like,
at W.O.R.K.S World, and
sorry,
today I'm here. And
it feels like there's an overlap of some people coming out of one space of work and then picking up those habits in the new space of work. So there's an influx of a lot more people putting their business online, and everyone's having so much opportunity come to them. And I'm conscious of this week specifically for myself, going back online, so to speak, that there seems to be an area of, am I impacting people's lives? Am I actually doing anything useful here? And then from that, it's acknowledging that it's not just my own sentiment that's there. It's a lot of people that are feeling that. And through the discussions I've had, it seems to be that the impact, the measurement of impact is what's more so in question, as opposed to, are we having an impact? So what impact are we intending to make? Are we intending to make impact on our income? Are we intending to make impact on somebody's life so they have epiphanies? Are we intending to make an impact on people's lives so they can just make a small mindset change? What are the impacts that we are intending to make? So that's where then we go into the second part, which is the compromise that seems to be changing quite rapidly. So when a lot of us have left our day jobs and we've taken on a business role, for myself, it's a new thing. I've never done business before. It's a new thing for me, and taking my business specifically from referrals and offline and bringing it online, it's a different ball game. Intensively, it's a different ball game, and I am exploring different ways for it to work for me, and I've had to bring myself out of it to be able to look back and see, how am I actually going to let this work for me? Because that element of, we want to serve, and then we also want to provide services, and in between all that, we are also wife, husband, child, sister, friend. We have our own life to run, and so in between all of that and all of the requirements of being online have been quite daunting. And again, through the conversations I've been having, it's not just me alone who's having these experiences. So that's why I was thinking about reframing it back to, do we impact people's lives? So from there, we've got, do we impact people's lives, and what compromises then should we be assessing and looking at? So from what I'm gathering, for me, it's become a measurement for me now is, I can do my best, and that's all I can do. And the impact I intend to have is as much as possible with what I'm giving, with the service I can provide, with the services I do provide. And anything more than that right now, how far is it compromising my other aspects of life? If it's compromising too much, I have to pull back. And that's not saying I won't be able to do more. It just means that I might need to master things like MailChimp. It's something I'm working on, and it's something I need to step up on. But all of us have different aspects that we are working on. And as we become familiar with those things, then more time will become available to be of service, and it won't be impacting the other areas of our lives. So it's just being aware of not running into that minefield of got to give more, got to give more, got to give more, got to give more. But at what cost? What is being compromised? And to not get into that tailspin of wanting to do more, competing with people who have been doing it for years, competing with people who have a budget that's as big as their living room, whatever it is, a significantly larger budget, competing with people who have come from a different background, have come from a business background, have come from an online background. So it's just putting it back into a context which becomes relevant to ourselves, and remembering to listen to the body. The body speaks to us in so many different ways, and it's just our job, our role, I would say, to be aware of what the body is saying, be aware of what the body is telling us. And that's usually a really good tool for us to measure if we're compromising too much. Usually our families and our friends are also a really good indicator of letting us know you're going too far over the line of compromise. And when they have a sad face one too many times, it's like, I've got to go and do this, I've got to do that. Then it's just reminding ourselves to pull back and not to get into that tailspin of wanting to do more, wanting to do more, wanting to do more. And also remembering, if we come back to the question of do we impact people's lives, that even the smallest conversation is impacting people's lives. On a one-to-one basis, we do not have millions of people around us, but yet we do impact people's lives. When we smile at them, we do impact people's lives when we've shaken their hand or we've taken the time to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We have impacted somebody in a way. It may be small in comparison to what we offer as a service or what we wish to serve, but it's still impacted it. So that transferring over to social media, it's all of a sudden there's millions of people, billions, millions, are on the other end of the screen, at the other end of our phones, on the networks, and it's then what appears to be happening is the intention is I need to impact them all, or I need to impact greater and bigger, and that person's doing this and that person. So it's just bringing it back to ourselves of where are we, how are we doing it, and what is in our own integrity, what is fitting in with our lifestyle, what is fitting in with our structure, what have we had to come from to come to this space, what are the shifts required to actually make that transition. So with that, I believe we do impact people's lives, regardless of if it's one-to-one or if it's on social media. The choice is how we impact people, and to remember to compromise as much as we possibly can, but we don't need to compromise, because when we're listening to our body and we're doing everything we can to our best of our ability, and remembering that we need to come first to sustain this, we're going to be doing the best we can, and we're going to give the best we can, and it's going to be win-win, 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 win-win on many levels. So with that, I'm going to say I hope you all have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And this has been Sunny on Radio Works World. See you soon. Bye.